something that I've been thinking about a lot in the context of the Black Lives Matter movement and our failure in the climate and environmental space to shift the conversation away from polar bears and solar panels to how climate solutions must deliver fair, equitable, social contracts where we all have equal access to opportunity, where we all have the right to live dignified, respectful lives built on purpose. And we need to become much better at shifting conversations from closed-door rooms to involve and center the very people who are experiencing these impacts firsthand. I come from a bubble of privilege, and while I might have the opportunity to speak in air-conditioned rooms about climate change, there are young people on the front lines of this movement whose livelihoods are at stake, whose homes are getting swept away by rising sea levels, whose food systems are collapsing. And until we deliver solutions that are inclusive and that position the very stakeholders in the center of these conversations, all of our proposed solutions are going to be linear in the context of exponential challenges. So it's critical that we come at this from the question of who isn't in the room and how can we get them there. In terms of the role of intergenerational exchange, I feel with the Youth Strikes for Climate, there's been a bit of a breakdown in communication, and there has been a lot of othering and a lot of blame getting thrown around. And I've worked with a lot of adults who kind of point the finger at young people and say, well, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't understand how complex this is, and lots of young people pointing the finger and saying, well, you're the reason we're in this situation. And ultimately, our conversations need to shift beyond that point to appreciate that actually we can deliver these solutions when we bring together the energy of young people with the knowledge of experience. But that will only be made possible when the people in existing positions of power choose to give up that power, and that's difficult. Power does not naturally give itself up, and yet we must reduce power to the smallest unit possible so that more people, marginalized communities, can come into the center of this conversation and be supported to deliver on the solutions.